Hello there, and merry what up.
Way to fuck up, dear.
Hello there, and merry whatever isn't going to offend you today. So of course it is almost the end of the year, and with the end of the year comes the usual yearly roundup or review. Obviously we do games here, and because this is YouTube, and my opinion actually matters on this channel, for a shocking reason, I know, I'm going to do my usual end of year roundup in games. So those of you who've stuck around here, remember last year I did a video where I gave 5 mentions of games I felt defined the year as such, and 3 honourable mentions. Well, this year it's going to be a little different. We're going to have one game to start with which I felt was the most disappointing game of the year. Doesn't mean it's a bad game, means I was disappointed in it for whatever reason, and you'll see why when I get to it. Then we're going to have an honourable mention. It's a good game, but it's going to be something which I feel was kind of either a rehash or a redo of what was already out there. Not really a full game as such, kind of more of an add-on. And then we're going to have the runner-up for the game of the year, which I'm really looking forward to. And then of course the game of the year itself, which I think is probably going to piss a couple of people off, because I always seem to do that somehow. Okay, obviously everyone else can have different lists from me, so please comment them below, or wherever YouTube decides to put the comment section in the next update, because they can't seem to decide about anything. And do let me know what your picks are for this year. Do you think it was a good year? Do you think it was a bad year? Myself, it was an interesting year. I played less new games that came out this year and played more titles from previous years, which may have been because I only recently got an Xbox One and now recently a PS4. But hey, overall I thought it was a pretty good year though. Alright, without further ado, the most disappointing game. Most disappointing game of the year 2015. Batman Arkham Knight. This is a nasty category, so let's just get it done first. This was not a good year for Warner Bros. Interactive. I'll be honest, Mortal Kombat X narrowly missed this spot, but Batman just cinched it. I could go into extreme detail here about how the plot feels like a cop-out, how Scarecrow is poorly used, and how the big plot twist, the Arkham Knight's identity, is so ludicrously easy to guess, but I'll just focus on the thing that kills the game the most: the umbilical tying of the Batmobile to the player. Need to get a mission done? Batmobile. Need to do a Riddler challenge? Batmobile. Detective action? Rarely here outside of a few side missions. It's a disappointing end to the series, and rather bittersweet to know that Rocksteady felt the need to dumb down what was one of the smartest series in AAA gaming. Honourable mention: Wolfenstein: The Old Blood. This is great! A follow-up of sorts to 2014's excellent New Order. Wolfenstein: The New Blood is a short, downloadable title designed to give you more Wolfenstein, and being honest, that's never a bad thing. While not as well written as The New Order, The Old Blood retains the gameplay and insanity that made the series revival great in the first place. And it never judges you. You want to go in silently, picking your targets and be sneaky? Go nuts! You want to go ham sandwiches with a shotgun? Go for it. Oh, right, yeah, and the second half of this game has fucking zombies. Go get it. Game of the Year 2015 runner-up: Splatoon. This game is so much fun. Nintendo's success with this new take on the team shooter should be heavily studied by other developers who continue to pump out schlock year after year. This is fun, fresh, original, and one of the best times I've had an online shooter in years. Also, the single player is great fun. There's been so much free content that it puts most season pass filled monstrosities to shame. I can't wait for what comes next from this new Nintendo team, and most importantly I can't wait for the follow-up to this game. There's only one other game I had a better time with this year, and in a moment you'll see what it is, and I think it should all make sense. Game of the Year 2015. Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain. Funny thing, prior to this year I had no interest in this franchise. Hideo Kojima was just another industry name to me. Naturally, I knew the rough outlines of the story and the franchise, and vague details about Big Boss, Solid Snake, Zero, Ocelot and company, but it wasn't until I sank my teeth into this I realised what I've been missing out on for years. Holy crap. Holy crap. This blew me away. At the mediocrity of Ground Zeroes, this is a much needed shot in the arm. I'll be honest, I picked up Ground Zero shortly after getting my Xbox One, so I could fill up my library and get going. And then I picked up this game shortly after launch, not because of Ground Zeroes, but because of the shenanigans going down at Konami at the time. And you know what, I'm incredibly glad I did. If this is the Metal Gear Swan song, then I'm happy I could be here at the end of Mr. Kojima's Eternal Ruse Cruise. Yes, my final game of the year for 2015 is Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain. I'm aware that the game is forever unfinished. I'm well aware of the Mission 51 situation. However, I cannot think of a game in years that has given me that much of an emotional and a mental wallop to the gut. I was actually watching a bunch of the promo material from 2013 when the game was first announced a couple of days ago, and I realised that nearly everything about the storyline, every big twist and plot point was in that trailer, and everything was laid out, and yet it blew my mind how it was so subtly hinted at or put in there in such an abstract way. And playing that game through is something you really owe yourself to do. If you can get past Ground Zeroes and you can get all that extra content, it makes it all the better. Even though Ground Zeroes by itself is nothing on this. I also have a ton of respect for Kojima and his team while he was still Konami to finish this. For all intents and purposes, they could have phoned this in. They knew what was going to happen after this game was out. Hell, it happened before the game was even finished. And yet they put out possibly the best game I have played in a very long time. That's all to say. If anybody, of course, has any comments or anything, down below, let me know what your picks of games of the year are, and have a fun and safe 2016, Cupcakes. Bye bye.